Sunshiners. This is Divine Sunshine coming to you with a girl chat. I'm going to give you all a couple of minutes to kind of file in. I was having a little issues trying to get on here. However, it did allow me to get on here afterwards. It's my computer. I'm on the one. I like this one because it's got a better view of everything. I hope that everything went well with you all in your holiday and your celebrations. I give it time for YouTube to give notifications out to everybody so they can kind of come on in. It looks like we have an interesting topic as far as they're saying, the spirit is saying that love is in our DNA. Love is in our DNA. I hope you all enjoyed your Christmas. Mine was okay. Found myself kind of being reminiscent about my dad. It was kind of hard for me and my mom. And then found myself taking the energies and finding ways that I can take it and transmute it across all space and time. So I took that and did something creative, and I finally put together a bookshelf. So mom could put all of her magazines and cookbooks as well together. Let me see. Okay, I get these comments. Hey, TG. Yeah. So I hope that you all had a very happy holidays as well. So we're getting ready and prepared to say goodbye to old 2020 with its loveliness. I'll just say it that way. It's being extra lovely this year. But you know what? In all things, we could always say that it helps us to learn about ourselves all in the process. And we learned this year how really, truly tough we are and what we truly made up of during this year. So without the trials and tribulations that we had, we never would know what we would been had it not been for a lot of things of understanding of COVID, of learning how to really truly enjoy oneself and our families and the peoples and the loved ones that we're around, learning how to, with the subtraction of people and distractions, how we truly can entertain ourselves, really truly love ourselves, really practice self-love, understanding the value of connections. Really with the mask, not being able to see a smile, the littlest things that we took for granted. We learned, hey, charmless, yes. We've learned to really take value in those things. And I think we had kind of been bumping around and going around our daily grind, whether it was the job or whatever, and then really truly seeing, hey, you know what? I took some things for granted. I missed the talking to people. I dislike being on this damn Zoom all day. You know, Zoom all the damn time. Zoom calls. Oh, it was cute at the beginning. Say, oh yeah, Zoom, yes. Hey, unique model. It's cute doing it on this Zoom after you go off your fifth Zoom call in different organizations, the job, but your family want to do a Zoom call, your organization that or club that you belong to on a Zoom call. And after a while, you're like, you know what? I'm a little zoomed out, to be honest. I don't want to see none that starts with a Z or a Google Meets. Any of those things has got to be on the computer at all. Hey, Marie, ready? Thank you. And so it's like I don't want to see none of that, none of that stuff. No, none start with a Z in the O in the N with the M. No. But at the same time, like I said, but some of us, you know, again, finding other ways and means to take care of ourselves. We found pretty much in this 2020, we found also other talents, skills, and abilities that we have. What we can also be able to do when our back is up against the wall, the resources that we didn't know, how really resilient, how we're able to bounce back from things. So this year really helped us. I know we said the vision, but I see that, thank you, Marie, is really helping us to really truly understand about like the vision of you. How do you see yourself? How do we see the world? How do we see everything, our place in it as well? Hey, Ethereal. Hey, big sis. I mean, little sis. I'm the big sis. Oh, that one. So it really interesting year. I know it's been easy for us to dislike it, but, you know, in all, those things make us stretch. I'm seeing them showing me a rubber band. They help us stretch. Rubber bands is used to stretch. You can stretch it. fasten things together. We use it for so many different things that other than what we're supposed to be doing with rubber bands, but it helped us to fasten, bring things together, and it stretched us. Those are the two things that rubber bands are pretty much used for. And so that's the interesting. Yeah, so that makes it very interesting. So let's get in here. We got enough people. I got enough energy so I can read off of, make sure that you click, like, and share from this again. So your energies can be in the reading so I can be able to pull in, and then it makes it more intimate. It's more from me to you, this reading that's in there, so I can be able to pull from. Okay, that's nice. It's showing me some kind of update. Get off of here. That's not, deal with that later. What is that? 15 upgrade? No. Goodbye. Okay, thank you. Before I hit something, I ain't got no business. So make sure you click like, share, and subscribe to this channel so your energies can be in a reading as well. So let's get right on into it. I kind of talked and bantered to get my people into the Sunshine Lounge. Remember, come in to the Sunshine Lounge over there on the side and relax and join in on the conversations over there on the sidelines too with the young ladies that's over there. So, all right then. So we have the cards that came out was the divine overall energies that spirit wants us as divine feminines, because this is our year. But I'm picking up and I'm seeing even in trends and the other ones, the divine masculine energy is, we're moving into that energy next year. And I feel that I can tell that it's shifting. A lot of them, the divine masculine is now coming into their awareness of more of the spiritual things, just a little bit more. They're more seeking, they're more questioning, they're looking at things. And so we got this shift from the divine masculine, from the divine feminine energies. This is our year. We had to find ourselves. Now we're shifting things into the divine masculine. But I still want to take a look at the divine feminine energies to help us to kind of prepare and see what is we should be getting ready for this new year. So right now, currently the energies, again, spirit wants us to source. I'm pulling what source wants us to concentrate on, which is understanding that love is my lineage. I changed the title and said love is in my DNA. Love is my birthright. That's something that I am entitled to. And I think a lot of us as divine feminines, we've gotten to the point that we've gotten some punches from either experiences in love, period, rather is childhood, rather is past relationships, rather is the relationship with our divine masculine energies or our divine counterparts, our divine soulmates, or whatever it is, that is starting to make us question mark, like, am I really entitled for love? Is really I'm supposed to be loved? And so understanding and saying the next thing is gratitude, and my gratitude is my religion. Gratitude and religion is my religion. It means, again, what are we thankful for, that we're moving into the energies that we should be thankful, just like I did at the beginning of the opening here, and bantering on about how 2020 was really bad. A lot of us tell about 2020 can kiss my A, baby. It's over with. I'm so glad to say bye to you, boo. You just don't know. So this is where we are, but understanding there's still gratitude in there. As I went through my bantering, what are we still thanking God or source for the things that we learn? Because it's things that we learn. Remember this again, earth is a teachable planet. We come here to learn. That's the reason. If a chime is divided, this is the reason why we chose to come here at planet Earth. We could have been in any other planets or whatever. Who knows what life forms is on the other planets, but we could have been anywhere else. But we chose as a soul to come here and to land and to be here on Earth. So if we chose that, we know we chose the route in order for us to be able to learn. This is the heaviest and densities of planets, which just has a lot of things for us to grow and for us to know here on Earth. And so in between all that, we've got to get is divine feminine energies. That's our emotions within ourselves, to understand that gratitude, we've got to do it religiously. It's got to be thankful even for the littlest things, to the things that work our nerves, to the things that we've got to find ourselves giving gratitude to ourselves. I even talked to my niece and I told her, I said, you know what, I'm getting to the point, I'm saying the Ho'oponopono prayer 3 times in the morning, 3 times in the evening, because and before I go to bed at night, just to remind myself again about that gratitude through all of it. You know, again, the prayer goes as I apologize, please forgive me, I thank you, I love you. So those things for either myself or saying something negative to myself without me knowing over the day, or me knowing intentionally I've said something bad, to me going on ahead and saying to other people things that have happened throughout the day or before the day gets started. These are the things that we have to, the spirit is telling us they want us to move into that attitude of gratitude. That's got to be our attitude more so if it is like, girl, I'm going to tell you about yourself today. That attitude shifting into that is this in my core DNA. That's a hey gaming addict. That is exactly who I am religiously. I practice that every day for everything that's bad that happens. What's all these notifications? You better get out of here with this. I'm sorry, at the same time, I'm talking to you, notifications popping off on my computer. So the same thing again as we're saying, those things that are happening, finding ways to say thank you for, or that attitude of gratitude is part of your religion. That's who you are. Yeah, you're being interested. And then again, I'm gonna say this one more time. That's enough. Thank you. All right then. So the next thing here we have here, I'm talking to not you all. These pop-ups that's coming off on my computer. So the other thing is that it's the Shekinah. Shekinah is the presence of the divine feminine at the center of everything. There is light, and I am that light. We want the divine or source wants us to understand that at the core of our being and our DNA, our cell structure, we are love. We in our movement and how we practice in our being in the 3D. Gratitude is our attitude. That's our religion. That's what we breathe. That's what we feel. That's what we know. That's who we be. Next source wants us to move in and understand this divine feminine, that at the center of it all, we are the light. We are the light of the world. We are the light of enlightenment. We have the knowledge. We are part of the light. Like they said, let there be light at the beginning of the world. We're part of the world. The world is within us, so within, so without. So this is the energies that they understand in us of that coming, that divine feminine presence of understanding that we are holders of the light. Whether we are light workers or we are ones that, again, is we're just shining our light while we're helping out people with our knowledge, things that we know spiritually or being, this is where we are. And this is where Source wants us to move in to marry those two things in. Love is in our DNA. Gratitude is our attitude, and understanding at the center of everything, it's you. There's no universe without you. So you're part of that. And so many times as divine feminists, we have found ourselves to be on the sidelines, or we found ourselves to put everybody else's needs first. And so there's now, got another chime. So now universe is saying, no more of that. Understand you are at the center. I seen something the other day, they were talking about spiders and how spiders, the web, and how, again, a lot of times my dad does bring me that. Spiders again, and he always tells me that spiders is the way you design your own world. 13, he tells me that all the time. You design it. You don't want to create it, because spiders design their own home. They get their own food through their webs. Those are all different kind of things in which webs help to supply, like I say, a home for it, or again for them to be able to get their food. Is a shelter. So again, when we're thinking about being in the center of the universe, that's the same thing in the web, and you start from that point on, and everything else filters from that point. So spirit wants us to understand and move into the energy of the heart of the matter is, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. This to me is telling me again how we are like a wheel. Yeah, well, I've heard of that elongated. Okay, muskrat. That I've heard that they wanted to change the DNA. I've heard that from the COVID as well, and some things about that makes me a little kind of nervous when I think about taking the vaccine as well, because I don't know how that's going to change or what. Okay, on that one. All right, so that one, let me take you right on out. Thank you. You know, I'm seeing on a lot of the other stuff, a lot of people have getting a lot of people, so that's going to come and happen kind of quite often when you really are stating things as far as a lot of YouTubers. So those of you, I'm just letting you know that you have your own things, and when you all go live, be aware of things of them coming in doing stuff like that, because I've seen that on a lot of people. They're sending a lot of traffic from people that's coming in to say crazy things as well. So I watched somebody else's channel, and they were just flooding with all different kind of stuff. This man was just talking about the Kabbalah and a whole bunch of things, and they were just like shooting. I see a light there, shooting a lot of these people that's going on, and that's going on. So you know that part like that, they'll come in. So I'm watching. It's the same thing. I felt a block in my head. Oh, you mean a block from your head from when the guy came in, or you mean from YouTube? Yeah, they've been coming in like that. So I don't know what they doing on that, but I'm gonna keep on doing what I'm doing. I felt that earlier. So let your friends help you in. So again, when you're doing that, letting your friends help you, that's helping you as far as in your divine master. Yes, the guy. Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, you felt it come in. I felt a block in my head. Yeah, so I don't know what that's all about. But anyway, he gone because I seen the light at the same time. So they're being blocked. So let me make sure I put the light, the pyramid, the white light of the pyramid over what we're doing right now with that. So what's happening now is, again, let your friends help and support you and accept help. We are now getting into the point as far as this, like divine feminines, two energies. What I'm seeing is us coming together as a community, really rallying and supporting each other as well. This is going to help you to be able to understand that you're at the web of stuff. But I'm also picking up, this is what I'm also picking up, because they give me like a fork in the road. It's like a lot of times some of them are going to be coming to you for help, divine feminines, to know the way. That's why you got to understand that you are the true and the light. And this is where you got to be very rooted and grounded in knowing who you are, divine feminines, too, because again, love is your lineage. And you understand that's all in your DNA. You know how to speak of it. But a lot of times, like I said, we question it. And this is where we are. So in order for us to really truly have this balance, because this is where we working into, where we having also a balance of the two, is understanding how to be able to be in our divine feminine energies, but also be able to be in our divine masculine energies. And the divine masculine energies is the divine feminine energies is to receive, and the divine masculine energies is to put out there. Okay, to let go, to put out there. So this is where we're trying to find this balance here. The friends can also mean divine masculine energies as well from other sources. Don't have to be from your own divine masculine, allowing them to be able to help, because they could come in different forms. They could be divine, they could be females that are divine masculine energies as well. That's harboring that, learning from one another. To be, it's like a trade that they're doing as well. So understanding to be able to trade off the energies between the two. So learning how to have that balance into the 3D world of receiving and letting go and releasing. That's the one, getting in touch with your intuition and your awareness as well. So in the intuition and awareness, I've seen now a lot of us, and I don't know, after we probably the ascension, we got this moon energies that's coming in, but I'm sure many of you all have been experiencing the same thing just like I have, where there has been a real shift in your intuition and your awareness. Like you really feel like you know that you know. Your clairsentience is becoming very strong as far as that you can think of something And you like, you know what, before you kind of like doubted a little bit, but you're really getting yourself online for these things. And that's really getting, well, the new world is already here, you know, getting ready for the new world because it's here. I seen on Kate Moon's thing that she said it was here December the 14th was the Aquarius had already, Earth had already been in. So this is exactly, we're already moving in that energy. So right now, and some of them say the new year is already here. So we just have to really intentional. Some people have said even the new year actually does not start until January 21st. This ain't the new year. I read that somewhere. So you're still lingering in the energies, and after January 21st is when it actually moves and turn over. So some of us in our energies feel, and that's not the first one I've seen that on people's readings here, they've said that we've got this walking away energy. This walking away energy I've been talking about kind of for a while here, but again, this is walk away energies that, again, those things that suit, again, we talk about love is your lineage. Understand gratitude is your religion, and understanding again that you're the center of everything. There is light, and I am that light. What I'm picking up when I look at this is saying again, it's divine feminines. It's about alignment and understanding that everything centers around you. If you feel that people or places or things are not in alignment and not kind of like a planet orbiting around you, they kind of falling off of orbit, they're not on track and doing their revolutions like they're supposed to, you're going to feel at this point that you say, you know what, I might have to either walk away or they might be walking away from you. Okay, this is where you are. This is really truly you getting altitude. I've been saying this before, as a rocket, and you're trying to go up higher. You are not trying. You are going up higher. You are ascending, and some things is going to have to fall away. And I could go into various of different degrees of detachment that you might find yourself experiencing, rather with people, family members, friends, those things. And that's why it's kind of interesting why they say let your friends help you. Now this could be also, I'm picking up, I say why friends could also mean your guides. So let your guides, this is what I'm picking up, because I said I don't think them friends, it's kind of stumbling me, but I said I don't think this friends really mean like 3D, like tangible people. So let the energies help you and guide you, whether it's your angels, guides, guardian angels, ancestors, those things to help you to release the divine masculine energies, which is again helping you to actually have movement. Now, for some of you all, rather you like to hear it or not, some of it might be releasing of the divine masculine energies. If they seem like they are not helping to stay on board with you as far as you creating and staying in the center of your universe, helping you to stay to understand that you are love, that love is in your DNA, helps you to stay in that place of gratitude, of attitude, and that's your religion, then that might be also part of the puzzle that you might be saying, okay, new love is on the horizon. I'm saying I am love, and I'm not saying my counterpart falling in line like a toy soldier and getting with the program. This might be part of the thing. So again, this is love in totality. Now they are giving love back to you and they're part of the program, and where you are and you feel like you're still in your bliss, you are expressing love, then this message is not for you. I mean, for that part of it's layers. That part of the layer of the cake that I'm presenting to you is not for you. So you can leave that alone and say, okay, she's not talking that part right there. She's not talking about me when she's talking about new love. I'm staying right where I am. That's fine. As long as the definition of it is you're understanding that you are experiencing love. You're experiencing love, being there connected, or you're waiting, or you're doing not waiting, but you also practicing you doing your thing in the meantime, in between time, until the divine masculine shows up and I still love, and you're doing that from a place of love, then yes, this is where source wants you to be. But if you're doing it and you're feeling like you're in misery and this is not where you want to be, then source is saying, okay, we got to take a reality check. We got to kind of look back at some things, because right now we really want you in the groove of love right now. And so you could truly have attitude of gratitude where you are. Because if things are not meshing together with you and your divine counterpart right now, that's not helping you to practice or stay in the energies of gratitude, and it being part of your attitude. Okay. All right then. So now to me, and she's got pink on, so she's walking away to really be in her bliss. Clear. Because the hot pink is the bliss, and going into the garden of her spirituality. So again, if that person or whatever can follow you into where you're going, or you feel like, hey, when you get yourself together, you know the garden is always open to you, and you have the courage to again follow behind me and where I'm going, then most definitely that is part of my bliss. Okay, that is part of the love. So right now in the divine feminine energies, when it comes to her emotions here, it seems like to be in her thinking, her emotions is kind of overwhelming, is taking over. But however, in her thinking, as far as taking actions about things that's going on currently right now, it's an uncomfortable feeling right now. Right now, she's feeling uncomfortable. She's being vulnerable, and she feels like she wants to be vulnerable in her actions. She actually wants to do it, but something about her really taking actions here lately makes her feel like I'm not quite too sure about it. But the emotions is ready to go. It's like I've peeled myself, the divine chime. I peeled myself. I'm ready for the next level, but it's something of some uncertainty, because be some uncertainty about what 2021 is going to bring. Don't know, who knows. All right then, so the next thing is in her emotions. We got a 6 of water, 6 of water. Now some of us is ready to, I call it, this is the calling in the beast card. Some of us, again, as far as in our emotions, there's some things that we really have been showing people that say, you know what, you can kiss my behind on. That's that going about that walking away things. But at the same time, you're questioning, are you calling in the beast at the same time? Because this looks like this is harmless, but at the same time, we don't know. It might charge out of the water. We don't know what about these things that's actually happening in our emotions as we take this deep dive into it. What are we actually calling for? And it seems like it's light in the divine feminine energies. It's a lot of unknown question marks, and there's a lot of little fear here about the unknown here that I'm picking up very strongly from these cards. That is just like it's a really like you want to say kiss your behind, but at the same time you don't know what you call it, and it's like as a trade off in the meantime. So if I do this, what's going to come next? So some of us in our thinking, we're a little kind of fearful about that. That's what I'm picking up. So you got 6. Especially about this being love is my lineage. Like, what am I giving up for? What am I trading for? Should I stick with the devil I know, or should I go on ahead and let this loose? I'm picking up very strongly for the divine feminine collective. This is what we are, the unknown about what am I trading for? What am I getting in return? And then here we have also with the divine feminine energies, a lot of us feel as if we have seeked out help from other people, divine feminine energies, but it seems like a lot of people have not been there for us. Well, some of it is because the divine feminines, I would tell you all, is because nobody understands your journey on the outside, not regular 3D people. And so I would question you to say, who are you looking to or seeking help from? Uh, that you're getting this from, because these are people that seem like to be, it says earth. So if you're looking for people who are really grounded in the earth um, philosophy and belief systems of things, then I would say no, you're not going to get too much of help or assistance there from there. So to me, this card is like, okay, while you kind of like iffy and not knowing which way to actually go or which way is up right now, divine feminines, I would say watch seek the counsel that you're asking for from. And just like the man came on here, because I could always spin it. Hey, Mimi, I could always spin it and do it in a positive way when he's out there talking about new age lies. But you have to watch again too. His message I would take away from that is you got to watch who you're getting getting help from as well. I was about to say another word, but it came to me and it lost me. So that is, again, this is it. You got to watch it. Who's really truly there to help you and who's truly not there. Some of them they're saying, again, I've seen in a lot of readings that's been coming up here lately that I have watched. They're talking about this family. They keep talking about this family and learning how to, maybe the family may or may not be with you, and how you're going to have to find a way to kind of be able to detach even from family members, and that might be very hard for some of you all to be able to do. And that's what I'm picking up. Excuse me, I don't know what that is. Excuse me. Yeah, so that's what I'm picking up. I'm hearing the song, Which Way Is Up? Which way is up? So some of you all, that's caused you to not know which way is up. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. You're almost leveling up here, but you got some stuff missing. You got a 3, you got a 4, you got a fire, we got earth, we got water, and we got air. And the air is missing. You got actions here, you got things in the material world, you got some emotional and spiritual things here that you battling here. You got things here, but the conflict, I don't see that there, which is air. Air could be also spirit too sometimes. Is not present here. So you probably don't have to work on your spirituality since that's missing. But these are the other areas that Source is saying you got to learn how to bring that to the table as far as your spirituality. 5 would mean change. So it's got 3, 4, and 6. So 5, you are changing. You are also, again, dealing with the spirit as well. So, but in your actions, in the earth, and in your water, these are the areas that Source wants you to take a look at. Some of you are divine feminines collectively by acts. It feels inadequate. So right now you're working on inadequate. When we're talking about this, love is your DNA, and understanding that you're the center of the light. We've got to work on in our feelings here, the inadequacy of it, because we feel like some of us have some burdens that are still linked up to us as we're trying to ascend and go up to higher levels. And this is a steep steep route for us to be able to do that. And some of us has got to get on the understanding that sources let us know you are equipped, you are worthy, you are competent, because love is your lineage. You and just practice gratitude as you're doing everything and understand that you are the light. Some of you all are not feeling unfulfilled. Okay, that goes back again to what Source wants you to understand. You're dissatisfied, you feel incomplete, and you feel purposeless. It was interesting. I was watching, what movie was I watching? Oh, I was watching Soul. Watch that movie. You got kids, you don't have Soul on Disney Channel. That was very good. And so one of the things, I hope it's not spoiler alert, because that's part of what the movie was about. The main character that's in there that's played by Jamie Foxx. He was trying to help out another soul that's getting ready to come to Earth, and that little soul 22 clear couldn't find any things that he was interested in. And when he did come down to Earth, he became interested in like the simplest things, like looking at leaves and walking and eating and stuff like that. And so then he told Jamie Foxx, main character, he's like, I found my purpose. He's like, good, what is it? He's like, eating, walking, breathing, looking, and he looking at him like, man, that ain't no purpose. Purpose is like, be a musician, listen to music, being inspired. And he's like, but then like the little soul was like, but that was my purpose. So again, at the end of it, you pretty much had learned the whole lesson of it is like, listen here, just being is purpose. So this is where we are here, understanding that this is where we got to get to divine feminine, saying we unfulfilled here and it's a hole here. But we have to understand that we've got to, again, like I say, gratitude is my religion, being able to go back to understanding that the littlest of things, right, the littlest of things, Okay, I'll probably overthink it. I do feel purposeless because I'm trying, literally trying to figure out what my purpose is. Okay, so going back to the movie, so that must be you. That's why I said subscribe to the channel. I'll pick you up. Again, the thing again, Divine Feminine is, and she's not the only one. She's the only brave one that probably has admitted right now. But again, the littlest thing is just to be. That's the purpose. Being happy, that's your purpose. Finding out, gotta chime. What makes you happy is what is it. If being happy is right now, like I was watching Disney, the Soul movie, and that made me happy, that was my purpose. My purpose was to relax and look at Disney's soul. That was my purpose at that moment. I think just like Sean has said in the 12/12 event that I had, make sure that you go and get the video for that. 3 hours of good stuff. They had there. He was like, just simply just be. And this is what we have gotten over complicated things. And that was so interesting that at the end, the character found that out. The main character found out himself too. It's like, I don't need to do all this extra stuff. I'm doing a lot of extra stuff, and this I didn't forgot. Because if I say the whole thing, I've been spoiled the whole movie because you know I like my movies and stuff like that. But you know, he did get back to Earth, and when he got back to Earth, because he got back to Earth, let's put it that way. So he died, of course, if he had went ascended to the great beyond, as they call it, and he came back. He's like, I gotta get back down to Earth because I got X, Y, Z to do. And so when he came back down to Earth and he actually did the very thing that he wanted to do, after it's over with, he's like, is that it? He's like, that's it. I expected it to be much more than that. That's it. And it was like, oh. And so then I helped him to remember the experience with 22, which is interesting. They picked the number 22, mastery. Really mastering just breathing. I had a client, another one that I had did as well, and had helped her higher self and said, you know, you should just be happy. You should be happy just breathing. You could smile. You could walk. Those are all things that you should just be. That's your purpose. And we make it more overcomplicated than what it is. And so they said here, I'm looking at this is for the divine feminine energies, what's going on right now here is finding the pathway, your true pathway throughout. Because right now we in the darkness. Some of us can't see the forest, some of the divine feminines can't see the forest beyond the trees here. And in order for you to get there, it's a transformation here that's got to, and we're transforming. Yeah, and so that's fine. Yeah, okay. And so then when you have to, again, the pathway is a way into your enlightenment. Understanding that this path is going to lead you to the light. Okay. And in leading you to the light, that's helping you to actually transform yourself. So, and to understand that you are really, truly, again, that's the dojo that I talk about, being able to actually find what's the true way for you, not for mama, not for daddy, not for brother, not for sister, not for divine sunshine, but for you. What is it for you? Understanding that we have divine feminine. Some of us, again, the spirit is saying, I'm noticing that you all have some expectations. You all have been waiting and waiting patiently for these expectations to come to fruition as well. And so this is where it is. You've been sitting, you've been waiting. Spirit wants you to understand that, again, when it comes to it, you've got to be also creative in your thoughts. Of how you're going to be able to see. So this to me, although this is this, but it's coming out another way. What I'm seeing is for you and your divine masculine energies, divine feminine, because you know we house both of them. Seeing about how do you image and see yourself as a divine feminine? How do you see yourself? How are you picturing? How are you drawing? How are you designing yourself? I got a friend, he has a book, and he calls it Designing You or Designing Your Life, something about that. And he just talks about you being a designer and how you would design the course of your life. This is again going back to, like I said, about that spider. How would you be able to see yourself? You know, this is the time right now, especially with these energies, for you to be doing some kind of vision mapping if you want to, or really setting your intentions by actually, I always believe in doing something that's got some tangible physical thing to do it. If you're doing vision board or whatever kind of other stuff that you want to do, or you could actually draw write a letter. I know what I came to be say, write a letter to your former self, to your future self, you know, about that, things of all those kind of things that you can again see yourself exactly doing, or you could do all different types of affirmations or something to set your intentionality for some things. Because to me, it's as far as you are the divine feminines, we're waiting for the divine. Not, I don't like say waiting because you all think, oh my God, I'm just sitting. You're not putting anything on pause, but again, you're still living your life. I hear this song saying, live my life like it's golden, live my life like it's golden, live my life like it's golden, golden. So you're living your life like it's golden. In the meantime, the divine masculine energies has got to mature. And I think I talked about that in the last reading. I talked about a divine masculine who stepped up. And I said, it's got to be some maturing that's got to be done. I'm not the only one. I seen another reader that said the same thing. It's got to be some maturing. I think that was Divine Maverick. She's read a letter about a young lady that had like wrote a Dear John letter to her divine masculine, and one thing transpired to another. They ended up having sex and whatever like that. And she, after it was over with, we've all semi have experienced that. And then she's still seeing remnants of where the divine masculine was still tied with the third party energies. And she said instead of her getting upset about it, she just looked at it and said, okay, you know what? I'm not upset about it. This to me was the end of the cycle. I came here in the first place, giving him the Dear John letter, letting him know I couldn't do this anymore. But this end on a beautiful note, because we had the beautiful love making session that we have ever had experienced. But at the same time, I want my divine masculine when he's whole and he has the courage. I add my own thing. When he has the courage to come love me in the right way. How I'm feeling. Oh Lord, it was that Johnny Gill. Feel, rub me the right way, stroke. Right. So again, love me the right way. When he's mature, this is what we're talking about. So right now, this is where we are. We're waiting at the course of divine timing. Let me put it that way, because somebody says, she's talking about we got to wait. That's not what I'm saying. While he is baking in the oven, I've been brought up that symbolism in the example to you all. Some of us, we thinking that the cake is ready. We looking at the divine masculine. We bring him out and say, oh, he look like he's ready. Ding, 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 oven time, he ready. We push him, we take him out just like the cake, and he's jiggling in the middle. Everything else look brown and beautiful. And then when you pull it out, you say, I'll be damned, this cake is not ready. It looked like it's ready, but as soon as I pull that rack out, they go jiggling right there in the middle. I got to push you back in. You ain't ready yet. You're just not ready yet. This is what we wait on for, again, divine timing to kick in for the mature man to come in. Now, remember, again, they are a mirror reflection of you. So again, that means the maturing that's going on with your divine masculine is the same thing. Some kind of way we got to find some maturing that's got to happen in the divine masculine within ourselves. That means outside. Where is it on the outside of you all that you all are not being really fully developed or really to your full potential, or also looking at it and seeing that you are acting very mature in things. There's some things you too are immature in, just like the divine masculine is. Those are things that you need to kind of look at and see, and that's why they say let your friends help you to kind of guide you to know what you need to do. Where we at 43? Okay. All right then. So now, clear. Let me see what's going on in divine feminine life that's contributing to this. So we got materialism going on. you all are being stalked. I guess the Divine Master is watching you on social media. Or you could be stalking the Divine Masculine. I'm not going to say nothing about that. We all have been there. I just try to say, I wonder what he doing for Christmas. Is he like what the rest of them on Facebook got them pajamas on? Everybody got them daggone Grinch pajamas or red and black plaid on. If they like my Facebook, I was so tired of seeing that. I was so high skeptical. I was so tired of seeing them daggone PJs on there. I said, Lord have mercy. If I had the money, I should have thought about using my powers and would have found out and had seen that PJs was going to be a big hit. I would have been a millionaire. I would have been a millionaire. Oh, here as well. All right, then. So now, here we go. So we got marriage is on the brain. Some of us, again, either marriage could be third-party energy. So this marriage, you're really wanting to see yourself with your person as well. There is some gossip going on. Let me see. I'm gonna look at this and betrayal. Let's look and see what this is about. Let me see. Put some stank on that one to see what's that going on with that. Somebody's talking. Let me see what that is. Gossip. All tied up. And let me see this betrayal. Goddess moon energy. Wow. There is some gossip. There's something going on. Either you're being talked about or your person is being talked about. Divine feminine energies. That's causing for some more tied up or delays in the coming together with, I don't know, that came out of blue. So it seemed like this jumping from somebody in this group here. But somebody's getting tied up. There's some gossip here, and I'm seeing it almost like I'm seeing a train and like in the old days where it's got the mistress on the track and the little villain. You remember them days? He used to put the little villain with the top hat and put the divine feminine on that track and letting the train go over the divine. This is what they're showing me. Hey Shay, yeah. This is what they're showing me. Going over the divine feminine. So as you feel in some ways like that divine masculine has put you out there and it's caused for this train, this whatever, this gossip to tie you up like that and feel like you're being derailed by this train coming down here. This is what is bringing to me. So this is an interesting one. So somebody, again, either you being gossip or they being gossip about you. And it's making you feel like they're old damsel in distress. Like, I don't know how I even got into this situation. How you put me into this? And it's the divine master that has made you done it and has made you feel all tied up. So this is some of the energies that the divine feminine feels like it is. And now it's caused people to kind of start looking at you and start talking about you. This is how you feel. Also, betrayal. So some of you all, again, that goes back to that energies again. I don't know who this is now. Betrayal. So you feel betrayal right now. There's a conflict about that. This has caused some hostilities for you as well. But then you got this goddess of the moon. So again, this about some illusions. To me, the illusions about your power and who you are. And really understand that you truly are goddess, but you know, again, that moon energies is about, again, illusions, but understanding that truly what you know is what you know is your intuition and your awareness brings you into your power. And some of you all I'm picking up has made you question about yourself as well, because of this betrayal and cause you some hostilities. So this is what's going on here, and I'm getting hot too. So this is not coming from me. This is where you are here. You feel hostile about it. It's like, you know, off with their head. You at this point. You gotta watch those energies as well. Next thing, connections to the world. So right now, you being refined, like fine wine. Let time, this what, as I said, waiting again, and that does not mean you pressing pause. I mean you going on with your life, doing what you're doing, following your bliss, and allowing your divine masculine to show up, as the young lady has said in Divine Mavericks thing, and have the courage to be there, to show up healed. And I love that. As you are waiting for that process to go ahead and do it. And in the meantime, you're doing your own processing. Source wants you to know you're being refined right now. Okay. You're being refined. You're being refined by this gossip too, that you feel like you all tied up. You feel like right now you're not able to move, but you are. You're being refined even by this betrayal, because like I told you at the beginning, even out of bad things, you should be looking for good. Okay. Even that, so you can have that attitude of gratitude. So that could be part of your religion. So even in that, you still, so again, you like a nice fine cognac right there. This old flame here, right now, what's going on is your divine counterpart is playing a very major role right now for your divine feminine. No matter what they're doing, again, well, scratch that. They're being refined, you're being refined. They're being refined by the situation that they're in, and you're being refined by the situation of you trying to understand, to follow your bliss, understand that you are love, okay? And that you are the center of your light in your world. So this is where you are, okay? All right there. And next, I'm doing for time 10. Okay, let's see how you're looking at the connection. So this old flame here, which would be your divine counterpart, is playing a very major role right now in your refinement. Clear. And if you believe in past lives too, you all have had many connections and lives together. That's why you all are like, feeling them saying like an old sock, or like some kind of, like a real something old, something comfortable, like a teddy bear, that you all are very comfortable with each other. In this energy as well. So when you think about the connection, there's some nostalgia here. We got an elephant here, which I know. You're nostalgic. You all are nostalgic about when it comes to this love. I just said that. So the divine feminine is working on being grounded and rooted in it. The divine masculine is trying to get grounded and rooted in his thinking right now. This is the way you're looking at the connection right now, divine feminine. As well. Both of you all are trying to get into the driver's seat, but you feel as again, when it comes to this in the past, if I want to say when it comes to love, it seems like you are the one that's taking the control of it. And the divine masculine is like this. It's like, okay, now you're a little overwhelming. This is how you think about the connection at the beginning. Okay, because they said that's got an elephant. So that to me represents the past. Here again, right now, when it comes to the connection we have here, with the connection. White is about refinement. Okay, wonderful. Refine. Oh, wow. Okay, what you say? Let me stop. Last Thursday, I listened to OT Genesis and Beyonce, Everybody Mad. And on Christmas, it was posed twice on my timeline, a reader in another channel. Okay, I am refined. Yay, Shay, I like that. All these things, we just entered the white wizard wave spell in the Mayan kin too. And white is about refinement. So yeah, right. That's what we are. We're being refined. Okay. And so then also, when we talk about the connection, we have the divine feminine feeling as if she stopping the connection. Like, hold on, wait a second. No, I don't know you're going to put the joystick in right now. This, hold on, wait a second. Because I think you and I got to get some things together. We got to talk about some things. And so it's like, but the divine master is like, no, I got you locked. Ain't nothing for us to be talking about, really, actually. This connection going to happen. And you like, you got the Five of Pentacles, like, I don't know. I'm here in body, but I don't know if I want to fully commit to this. So this is where some of the divine feminine energies are when we talk about the connection. You know, in order for you all to have this cup of love, this Three of Cups here, you all, now that came in real nice. I guess it's a source like that. Now this zoomed in real quick. I'm gonna leave it right there. So there's got to be some flexibility, okay? You understand that in order for this cup of love to work at the three energies, spirit, soul, and body, or you, divine masculine, divine feminine, and source is the third party or the third energy that you actually want to have here. There's got to be some flexibility on both ends, yours and his. He's got to be in his bliss, and you've got to learn how to be able to communicate this. Okay, and then in his hat, that he's got to be able to stand in his power, because that's yellow on his head. He's got to think about how he sees himself in his power. Also, the next one, we got Seven of Pentacles here. This one, I call it to be, is like, you know, heaven and earth. He's got to have his sights much more higher, set much higher, because he's always focusing in on earth, earthly things, material things. As a divine feminine energies, in order for this to have balance and for this to work in this connection, some of you got to pull out from the spiritual. And I've always said that. I said that at the beginning of my my career being here on YouTube, is the divine feminine. We have a habit of, we always want to stay out up there in the ether, in the spiritual world, and it's hard for us to focus in on what's happening on earth. So we got to have this trade. He's got to look up. You've got to look. He's got to look more heaven bound, and you as a divine feminine got to look more to the earth. Okay, more grounded. Sorry, that's my ring. Doing that. That wasn't spirit popping anything on that one. Okay, all right then. What's the next thing? Here we go. All right then. What's on our twin flame journey? What's going on? What's going on with our journey at this time? Clear. What's going on with our journey? Tell us what's going for the divine feminine collective on our journey. I'm going to have to open up this drawer because I'm getting hot. Excuse me 1 second. There we go. Woo, Jesus. It's cooking in here. Okay, dokie. I got to open up this. I don't know what's happening with this, baby. This furnace be cooking. It's all right there. So divine feminine is collected. It says, I was reminded of your scent recently. I don't know what it is, but I felt like the divine feminine has been very nostalgic here. That could be because of the holidays, scent. Again, some of you all might have had a scenter's cologne, or somebody was wearing it, or maybe you went in the store and you smelt it, or something kind of reminds you of it. So again, you're feeling nostalgic. I was reminded of your scent today. Well, I don't know why I'm thinking of, like, again, like dogs, like a something about you that scents with dogs, and you know how they can be able to smell each other, you know. And I'm picking up that means something about you, that the divine master is very unique and not like anybody else. So you're thinking about that. Something happened to maybe make you know how unique that your person is. I care too much about what others think right now. A lot of us, that's why they're saying we got to kind of get outside, stop thinking about outside things as divine feminines, and now think about more so about what's going on for us. That's why I say spirit is kind of getting to the point again of letting go of people that no longer resonates. I've been saying that. I know you all tired of me on this channel, but I have been, and they're saying that I'm prepping you and warning you, and I'm not the only one that has said that too as well, that some of these frequencies that are not vibrating on the highest frequency of love are keeping you in that love space. Source is going to find a way to say for you, okay, there's door exit, or they're going to exit them out, or they just going to phase out on their own. You're like, what happened to so-and-so? I talked to them one day, and they stopped returning my phone call. Say what? Or, you know, somebody might be favorite cousin or something like that. They might stop coming by or whatever, you know. When you ask them, they say, well, you know, because of COVID, or they might got some lame excuse. They start phasing away. Before you know it, that just phases out. So I wish I had told you how much you really meant to me. This is the divine feminine. I asked about the collective. Some of you all are really wishing that you could be able to tell. Not only I'm picking two folds. You wishing that you could be able to tell yourself that and showing that love to yourself. You also are feeling like you wish you could have told also your divine masculine that too. Okay, so that's, some of us need to be kind of completely honest about where we are too. So that's how he is, because some of you all say I might not have had. Change is good, right? Might not have had that opportunity to be able to do that. Maybe it ended quickly, or before you know it, they was in the other third party energies, situations, or the karmic situations, as you all call it, or they were dealing with distortion, and you really didn't get a chance to say that, you know, to your person. You feeling that maybe that might be able to change their mind too. Some of you are the shadow side of the divine feminines. We got to deal with this. Some of y'all want some revenge, and you got to slant to your truth as to why you feeling that way, divine feminine. So source says we've got to deal with that. Some of us feel, I'm looking at this time. This time makes me think about that somebody feels like they were robbed of time. They were robbed of the opportunity. That's what I keep on getting pulled back to. The opportunity to be with the person, the opportunity to be, maybe say Christmas. It should have been our Christmas. I shouldn't be here and you there. Some of those things are doing it. She's always FaceTime him and he would. Okay, what'd you say, Charm? My DM's mother come over to drop off gifts for our daughter, and she's always FaceTime him. And we are still not in communication, not even co-parenting. So confused on the situation. Yeah, so that's what I'm picking up again. Care too much about other people think right now that go with the mother in some ways on that one. Another thing that we feel again in the shadow is the child I was meant to be. Some of us are saying we're not aligning with, especially when we talk about being love and understanding that love is in our DNA and that we're the center of light. That when we think about our childhood, we're not aligning with what we really truly believe that or is our bliss. So, like a lot of us might have said, you know, I was going to be a doctor, or you know, when I was small, I was going to be that. That came out in the movie Soul too. The barber was talking about when he growed up, he thought he was going to be, what was it? Was it a doctor? No, veterinarian. He was going to be a veterinarian, and he ended up, he did not go to be a veterinarian. He ended up being a barber. And, you know, somebody was talking about, well, oh my God, that's too bad. You know, aren't you sad that you just became just a barber? He's like, no, I wouldn't be able to talk to the people that I do. I wouldn't be able to make connections like this, you know, and I get to create people's hair and cut people's hair and stuff like that. So, you know, if there is somebody that's out there, and I feel like it is, they're saying, hey, you know what, this ain't what I really see myself as a child. It feels like I'm diverting from the plan of what I was supposed to be. And understand, again, it goes back to what I said at the beginning. You are what you're meant to be in this moment right now. There's no looking for something else you're supposed to be achieving or striving for. This is it. It's just for you to be. So in this moment, you are a barber and you thought you was going to be a veterinarian, then just be the best version of a barber that you can in this moment. If right now you're supposed to be with your divine, you believe you're supposed to be your divine counterpart, then right now in this moment, be the best lover that you can be to who? Yourself, or the people who's around you, the family members that are there until then. That's a way that you can be able to take that energy and to clear and transmute it, because you turn, and transmutation means you're taking the energies and you're changing it. Talk about change. Who said that? Shay. Change is good. How we going to do that? We're going to change that energy that's not so good into something else. How we change and transform that or transmute it into something else? We love ourselves. That's a better way that they say how you can be able to deal with the energies of your divine counterpart, is to go ahead and to take that energies that they're not online. Like they was talking about, I seen somebody, that was good, saying that your divine masculine is not working in their highest form or what we think that they should be at this point. And how do you deal with that when they send like energy sometimes when they're in situations that you can feel them sending that energy back over there to your end? And instead of us saying just like, forget it, you deal with that. That's your stuff to deal with it. Just, hey, I'm not even going to answer that. I'm not even going to dignify that with an answer. What I'm going to do is go take that energy and transmute it and go and move it into something else. Instead of me sitting here and talk about, oh, you sending this to me and all this stuff. They said, just flip it around. I experimented and I worked. I said, let me see, does this work? And I did. I was kind of feeling a certain way Christmas time. I took that energies and I went and built me a bookshelf on my own. Yes, Divine Sunshine did. I took that bookshelf. And then after I finished, well, I said, you know what? I feel accomplished. This is a new feeling. I feel like Wonder Woman. I feel accomplished. And before I knew, I took that energies and I spent it on myself as showing self-love. And then I went to go watch some Netflix on my own. So, hey, sis. Hey, Desiree. So, yeah. So that's another thing. So the child I was meant to be, some of y'all are stuck right there in that stuff. Like I picture myself married, 2.5 kids with a house or whatever. But wherever you are right now, like is where you soul contract or wherever your higher self or your upper soul or whichever way you want to call it, it has already contracted that where you are is where they need you to be. Remember, again, this in order for this stuff to be divinely timing of things, everything has got to be lined up. Certain people's got to be in certain places, everything like that. And if one person comes in too early or comes too late, it messes up the whole alignment thing. So you have to remember, say, hey, everything's working out for my good. So whatever it is that I was as a child was thinking, this is working out for my best interest right now. Okay. So that's where you are right now. Okay. Next one. I know this going on a little where I'm at. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I should be. All right. So what is it? Let's get into solutions from the spirit. So spirit says we have to do what? What do we have to surrender? Okay. What do we have to surrender? You Netflix it with your son? Yeah, clear. Once we'll see what time it is. I got one person reading I got to do. And then I'll know. I probably will. It was some movie on Netflix. I want to see Goodbye 2020. I think that's on Netflix. It looked interesting. Oh, wait, divine truth, because it fell on the floor. Say we need to surrender to creativity. That goes back to what I just told you about. Take that energies that's not so good and find some kind of way to take that energy into creativity and transmute it. This is the second time this card has been shown to us. This thoughts. This is creativity card too, as well. What can you do is in your thinking to change it around again to show the woman that you are supposed to be or meant to be. This is the same thing that you need to be doing right now as far as that creativity to transmute that energy. So again, to understand love. So the love that you feel like you're not getting or you're being abandoned by your divine counterpart, take that love some kind of way and find a way you could turn on yourself. And that in turn causes for the divine masculine to think of, feel, and start turning love towards you. Because again, that's that push and pull energies that diverts it to go in a different direction. Not only is that good for you, because who in the receiving end of getting all that? You are. So I mean, it's a win-win for you. Because you're gonna win in regardless. Either way it goes, because you're showing yourself love. So I'm gonna do my nails today, okay? Or I'm gonna do my makeup today, and I'm gonna try a new hairstyle today. Just showing up some new stuff, about that. And it does work because I got a phone call from the DM. So I know it does work when you start paying attention to your own self. Okay, so what do you think that when you see 911? What does that mean? What does it mean when you see 911? What do you think that it means when you see 911? 911 again, emergency, something's trying to get your attention about something that needs to be in the cycle to help you to get yourself unified together, one, unity, coming together with your intuition and your awareness is something that they want you to bring attention to your intuition and your awareness on something. Twice, 2 times it's telling you 9/11, if you want to put that away, they help you to be able to balance. Something needs to end, so they drawing it to your attention. So something you need to be able to get in your attention. But remember also always, you've got to, again, that's another thing. I had to unsubscribe from her. But anyway, she was talking about, I think tarot is coming to an end. There's not going to be no tarot. I dreamed that. I'm going to say in some ways that what she's saying is some kind of way does have some validity to it. But what's going to happen is again, spirit is, and I've been saying this for the longest, is trying to get you to the point that stop relying on other people to give you the answers. That's Ray. I've been saying that to you for a while. So again, what do you think that it is for you? So something you think in your mind, what is 911? What is a 911? You call this emergency. What is it that there's an emergency that spirit is trying to get your attention? So think about it. Okay. So now here we go. What is life changes for you? Take the next step now. I think that might be what it's telling you. There is a ray. Take the next step now. Okay. So again, when you're talking about that, as far as the life changes, they want you to understand, stop, think about what's the next step that's going to lead you to your love, your bliss, because love is your DNA. Is it thinking about starting that YouTube channel? Is it thinking about making steps to kind of stop your job? Maybe you've been getting on your nerves, you want to look for a new job, or you want to change your place. Do you want to now do something, do hair now, nails now, write that book? Whatever it is, sports wants you to get more into that energy space of doing that, because that's going to help you. And whatever you're doing is going to help you to bring the light not only to yourself, but onto the world. You're going to be a lamp into the world. So this is what it's telling you to take steps now, because that's going to help you to stand in your power. You got yellow here. You're transforming your power. But again, what it's got purple here, this is your crown chakra, being able to get the downloads, get the information, so you can be able to rely on your intuition and your awareness to know what that next step is. Okay. This is where you are right now. When we talk about your divine feminine energies and what you need to heal, divine feminines, how we doing? Clear? I said 115. So you need to breathe in room. I trust in the process of divine timing. I talked about that earlier. We've got to give ourselves breathing room. Let it breathe. And then trust in the process of divine timing. Okay? Okay, yes, I am still challenged with not doubting my intuition and second guessing about personal signs and synchronicities. I use tarot to verify, but I want to keep doing that. Yeah, I understand that. I wasn't in agreement with the young lady there. I manifest my own reality. Understand you're the creator. Then we talked about this earlier. We talked about this earlier. Being the creator. This is this one. Thoughts. Creativity. This is again divine feminine. They want us to understand, and this energy that's going to help us to heal is to understand that we are the creator. I manifest my own reality with my thoughts and words. Okay, this already came out. Okay, and then last time, the broken promises. Okay, when you are ready, I know you will fix this. Okay. So now we need to heal this. There are some broken promises, and I go back to where I talked about the Hawaiian prayer earlier, the Ho'oponopono prayer, which is, I apologize, please forgive me, I thank you, I love you. Some of you all need to practice that on the regular, day and night, and you might even need to put it in the middle of the day, because some of you all need to forgive yourself for not knowing the answers and not knowing what to do, because that's some of you all's block. Because of that that's going on, you have not forgiven yourself. You're very hard on yourself for not knowing the answers, and some of you all is blocking you up like this, to spirit saying, I'm trying to get the answers to her, but she keeps on doing this. This is spirit. This is you closed off. I can't get through. Now she open up, then I can get through to her. But you all are not doing that. You like this. Forgiveness is the way for you all to be able to do that. You got to forgive yourself, and you got to relax, because you're looking for it to be so perfect. There is no perfection. There is no right way, because I could say what 911 means to me, and you might go to two other readers and they might say 911 means this, because I've seen that. I say, I'll be darned. How many definitions is it for the number 8? Somebody else say, I say rebirth. Somebody says harmony. Somebody says infinity. That's why you cannot rely on one person's definition of what it is, because everybody's got a different way of seeking things. Just like with the tarot cards, everybody got a different way of seeing. They got the foundation of it, but there's other people readers that they 2 of cups or they 3 of cups means alignment, spirit, soul, and body. Somebody else said 3 of cups means they cheating. They got somebody else on the side. Okay, so everybody is different in their way. So you have to remember that, understanding that the broken promises, some of the things that maybe you promised to yourself or somebody has even promised to you as well, is something that you have got to deal with too. Okay, and so what is clear? What are some steps the source wants the divine feminines collectively to take? Okay, they want you to be the Queen of Pentacles, which again, for me, is when it comes to the material world, they have a very good grip on things in the material. Okay, and to be natural at it. She's holding it casually. She's not gripping it for dear life. She just has a good handle on things, just to have a good handle on things. Okay. Next thing, 5 of Wands. Understand, we got to take some actions in order to go to this, like your burning desire, to reach your desire. You got some masculine energies here, so that means you got to take your thinking and your emotions, or the divine masculine energies of your alphaness and your beingness and those things have got to work together, but you got to climb to make the action happen. Understand, you got to be into your emperor, okay, which is again, understand you have control over the territory. Like I say, love is in my DNA. Love is my birthright. Understanding what strategies and steps that you need to take in order to get there. This looks like a goat. It's between a goat or a ram. So again, this emperor is an Aries. So again, in the Aries always know, again, what's their target. They know what they're going after. They know what is it they're going to directly go in the directions. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about a ram's actions. This is what you got to get into, divine feminines, when it comes to your strategies. And then we have 4 of Wands. Right. Okay. Right. That's true. That's true. Okay. Now, ain't nobody upset. My thing is, and I'm telling you to get some fire underneath your ass and get to moving and doing something. Ain't nobody upset. That's the difference. I mean, get yourself together, because some of us been in the same spot all the time. It's called, as I like how Divine Maverick call it, it's called preaching, teaching. I'm teaching and preaching to you to get some action together. Ain't nobody mad on that one. Okay, so now looking at this one, we got 4 of Wands. 4 Wands here is understanding. So some of us, we got to leave that 3-winged circus alone back here. Okay, and we got to actually get to the point that, again, 4 Wands, which is a balance in our actions, and then beat our own drums, beat our own tambourines too, as divine feminines. So this is where we need to actually be at in the energies when we talk about in our divinity, or find you somebody else that beats on your same energy too, as well, as you're striving for that difference. Okay, so this is where you are. All right, then next, let's see what it is in this one. Clear. No, yeah. We say it hits different. That truth hit different. That cracks me up. Every time when you hit people with the truth, they will say, "You upset?" No, that's the truth. All right, then. So here we go. Oracle deck. All right, then. Says you all got to change, divine feminines. We got to change our directions. Okay, this looks like the Hanged Man. This could look like, again, she's just like, I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth. So she could be doing this, or she could be saying it upside down. It depends on your perspective and how you look at things when you're in there. adventure and play. Okay, in all things that you're doing as you're being and you're finding your bliss, have adventure and play as you're doing it. That's funny. I was talking to my niece about some things, and she was finding some things when I did the retro that did the past life regressions, and we found out like a little thing. I hope you don't mind me sharing, because that also helps you all too. And it found out also in doing so some things of understanding that, like in one of her past lives things, she was a person of adventure and she liked to go on adventure and discovery. So I told her, I said, well, you think about the life of this type of person that was an explorer. Main three things that they like in order for them of that life, and I say of a pirate person, is they want an adventure, they want discovery, and they were looking for treasure. Okay, so this is the same thing, and I give you the life of the pirate too as well for you to do. You should be coming up with what's three things here that helps you in your life, that helps you to find your bliss. Some of us, again, is your adventure. Some of us, again, is your adventure. You're trying to look for new things and discoveries, a journey. Your next thing, again, is a discovery of new things. That's D. You want to find discovery new things of yourself, new things about relationships that you have with people. You don't want to keep on doing the same thing over and over again. Okay. You want to do something totally different. And then you have T, which is again, then you want treasure. Okay. Which treasure is you want to find the reward in life. So that's how I call it the ADT thing. I said, I think it's ADT system. Anytime you see that, you'll know. So again, that helps you to feel more secure about where you are, like the security system. So when you have the adventure, discovery, and treasure that you're looking for in life, that helps you to understand that, hey, you're after your bliss. Those are the three things that kind of keep you into your bliss. Okay. So that's a good thing for you to keep on. Inspired. Find inspired ideas, things that inspire you, so you won't be doing the same thing over and over again, or asking people the same questions over and over again when you always know what the answer is yourself. Okay. Then make sure that you're also finding the joy in everything that you do as well in life, because that's going to help you to understand that love is your lineage, love is in your DNA, that you stay in that attitude of gratitude and religion, and that light comes from you. Okay. And then you got to learn how to listen. Okay. Always not looking for the answers, not looking for the feelings or thinking you know what somebody is doing or what mood that they're in. But again, to listen, to hear. I always think about my mom, what a person's not saying and what they are saying, but and also listening to learn and to receive. Because look at this. This is like she's getting downloads. So again, ask your friends to help you, so you can be able to receive and get that information too. Okay. All right then. What does the message does your divine masculine have for you? Clear. Oh, this has been going around. Your divine masculine says to you, divine feminine, new love. Embrace this new opportunity of love that is here. This may pertain to work opportunities or spiritual growth. So your DM, the DM collective saying to the divine feminine for you to accept the new opportunities of new love. Okay. And the divine masculine says focus on love. Look for the good attributes in each and every person in your life. Okay. All right. That's a nice message that the divine masculines gave us. All right then. And from your higher self, what's your message from your higher self? This is the last one. Went a little over, but I haven't been on here for a while. That usually happens. Once I get my groove, then I'll tail it back down. But if I haven't been on here for a while, now I tell them myself, then I tend to be a little long. All right then. Oh, I need the book. Clear. Okay. Oh, I like this. I got your back. Your higher self says, wants you to know it's got your back. Okay. Number 24. I got your back. You can spit in the face of fear, flip off those who bar the door, shake your fist to anyone who dares say no, because you, sweet thing, are divinely protected by the dude most high, always and forever. Amen. And that goes right back to what it says. Love is in your DNA, and you are the center of everything. There is light, and I am that light. Because again, you and source are one, and you are made from source. All right, then, that is the end of the divine feminist thing. I will see when spirit leads me to come back on here to do. I want to do the divine masculine. Most definitely, I definitely want to do that. But that is it. I wanted to make sure that I said I think I need to speak to our divine feminines so they can be able to understand. Again, today was preaching and teaching, because I feel when we have our girls chat, I like to kind of wow y'all up. It's not called I'm upset, and rile you all up, because I think a lot of times we kind of get into that kind of like pity party, or that part of we, woe is me. And we got to understand, if we are love, we've got to act that way. We've got to be that way, and understand if we are the light, we got to shine our light, and we can't find excuses for us not to be able to shine that light. I know it's easy said and done. Things happen, but we got to remember, again, when we get knocked down, we still can look up, and for us to get up from that point on. And again, like I said, gratitude and attitude and everything that comes along that does knock us out, that we can find and say, okay, when this happened, where can I say thank you, God, for that? Just like the year 2020 on that one. And this how it learned us to really take another perspective. Like I said, there's no more new normals. That's out the door. That's no more. This is life. This is how we're living now. So they say, I like the guy said that. He said, it's no new normal to that, because, it wasn't really normal in the first place. It was not if we're divines, we're not living a normal life in the first place. Ours is unique. That's why I said to watch the friends that you're seeking counsel from, because some of those ones are not either maybe coming to you, understanding your issues, or either they're not coming to you at your aid and really truly understand where you're coming from. So again, seek counsel from yourself, rely on your guides, rely on your guardian angels, those things, any kind of way, ancestors, whoever you talk to that's of a spiritual nature, even in 3D, so you can be able to have that. All right, then. Thank you so very much. That's on my list. Thank you so very much. As always, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste. Namago. Mwah. Love you. All right, then. Until next time. See ya.